guys. Welcome back. Welcome aboard, welcome home. As always, completely and totally dependent on where you happen to be in relation to this channel. This week, these energies, this everything, right? Let's get into what is up this week. This week, of course, being the 27th of March through the 2nd of April, 2023. We have just witnessed movement of Pluto into Aquarius and Mars into Cancer. So we're in process, right? Experiencing energy in a different way. How we choose to utilize that is up to us. So let's talk about what we might do this week in order to be our very best. On Monday, we start the week with a Gemini moon. And we have 3 sextiles to Chiron, Mercury, and Jupiter, all in Aries. All between midnight and coffee time, really. And then in the evening, that moon is going to square Neptune. So here's the deal. On Monday, the reality between contraction and expansion really is your willingness to craft your expression, right? To be in accordance with and aligned to, right, your new story, right? So hesitancy is not really a factor on Monday unless you allow it to be, right? And in fact, you might find that you're a little bit more reckless than not, a little more impulsive than you might normally be. Here's the deal. Just keep your destination in mind, right? We understand that it's really not about the destination, but keep that place you wish to create, or the person you are becoming, or that circumstance you are envisioning, right? Keep that in mind, and keep a hand kind of on the doorknob of serendipity, right? Allow for anything to show up. Just be mindful that it might be better than you expected. Yeah, always important. On Tuesday, the 28th of March, which just so happens to be my oldest daughter's, well, my only daughter's birthday. Happy birthday, Ray. Mercury conjuncts Jupiter. Very exciting overnight, right? And the moon moves into Cancer. Always an exciting thing. So that Cancer moon is going to quincunx Pluto. It's going to conjunct Mercury, trine Saturn, and square the Sun. So mind your perceptions, and be really attentive to any ways that you might be overprotective, or holding back, or guarding or shielding yourself to the degree that you begin to stagnate, right? That you begin to move in circles. Examine all those places that you want to fold in upon yourself, and perhaps instead remind yourself that safety is your birthright. Safety is your perception. It's your choice. And that as long as you're aware, right, you can let that faith guide your movements, knowing, right, that faith is your safety. On Wednesday, the 29th, the moon in Cancer sextiles Venus, squares Chiron, sextiles Uranus, and squares Jupiter. Here's the deal. Consider inner peace, outer turmoil. Inner turmoil, outer peace. Maybe, right? The thing is, you might feel misaligned, right? In terms of head and heart, love and logic, perception and reality. And the thing is, that's okay. Those polarities, those feeling like you're in the wrong place on the spectrum can really dominate you today. Find the depths of your absolute understanding of what home is, right? And when I talk about that, I mean that better felt than spoken sense of home, right? What does home feel like, look like, smell like, taste like, right? That sense of where you belong, right? And realize that all of those things lie within, never, ever without, right? You are your own home, and you cannot create something outside you that you have not aligned to within you. So inner peace, outer turmoil. Inner turmoil, outer peace? Yes. That's all right. You're just constantly seeking alignment, right? On Thursday, the 30th of March, Cancer moon squaring Mercury, trining Neptune. Mars in Cancer is going to trine Saturn in Pisces. Very exciting. Venus in Taurus is going to conjunct Uranus. Now that is jolting. The moon will move into Leo, and then that Leo moon is going to oppose Pluto and quincunx Saturn. Here's the deal. Let go of your insistence on being right. Open into being aware of the long-term imperative of refusing to compromise, right? What are the implications of that refusal? And what is your long-term vision? What is your, what's your true goal, right? What are you trying to express? What are you trying to accomplish? What is your standard, right? And if your actions and your experience aren't aligned to that, it is time to change your focus, right? Release any kind of old or unexamined loyalties or habits or rituals or relationships or anything that is not serving you. And by serving you, right, it's simply implied that we're talking about how you are an expression of an experience of your highest and best. And the fact of the matter is that when you're contemplating your long-term goals, remember that if your focus isn't right here, right now, it is misappropriated, because here and now is all there is, right? On Friday, the 31st, we only have one major aspect, and that is that Leo moon trining the sun in Aries. So the key is that balance is perception, right? We've got head and heart and fire energy, and all the get shit done energy in water, which makes for a bit of a challenge. But if your whole beingness is kind of in that love-driven, heart-centered, passion-inspired energy, then you're always, by the way, always going to accomplish what you need to accomplish and get where you need to go. But you must be in alignment with love-driven, heart-created, and passion-inspired. Look at that. We flank the week with 10s. I love it. On Saturday, April 1st. Okay. What a day. The Leo moon trines Chiron, squares Uranus and Venus, trines Jupiter, and quincunxes Neptune. Keywords today: drama, history, home, stagnation, indulgence, illusions. Saturday, April 1st is a day to confront your bullshit. Confront anyone's bullshit that you have allowed up until this moment, right? Do not look away, or you may lose your opportunity to create that new sense of home that you not only need, but want and desire. And that is no fooling. Saturday, April 1st is a day to clean house, literally, figuratively, on all the levels, on all the planes, in all the dimensions. Whether that is the people in your life, the circumstances, the situations, or the actual functional 3D-ness of your life. Start early. Keep going. And by the end of the day, you should have less drama, less stagnation, less indulgence, less illusions, elbow grease in every plane and dimension, right? Just get busy and get shit done. On Sunday, the 2nd of April, that Leo moon is going to trine Mercury, which is in Aries, and then the moon is going to move into Virgo. That moon in Virgo will quincunx Pluto, oppose Saturn in Pisces, and sextile Mars. So here's the deal. Sunday is another day of go, 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 do, 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 right? Keep up your momentum from Saturday. If your heart is in it, make sure that you're in it to win it, right? That's a really bad poem. I'm so sorry. You have all the capacity to get shit done on Sunday. Don't waste the motivation. Put those long-term plans into motion and then stay on task. Now the key is, remember, we've already had this conversation. Long-term planning happens in the now. So don't mistake like that you can put off till tomorrow what you need to do today. You cannot. You cannot. You cannot. Even though Saturn is in Pisces, and that temptation to avoid, to deviate from what you know, to fall into distraction or addiction or looking away, that is not going to help you. It's a thing that you know in your head, right? We all know those things in our head, but put them into action in your 3D life. Stay on task. And remember that your motivation is only as good as your dedication to whatever it was that inspired you. So if your heart is in the why of what motivated you, then you should have no real challenge. You may have an illusionary challenge in keeping your function on task, but you should not have a real challenge in staying aligned to that why. So like I said, we are in the throes. Oh look, we have 2. Okay, all right, we'll take 2. I like it. We are in the throes of all these big shifts and changes, and as such, be mindful, right? Give yourself enough space and enough blessing to allow the new things to shift in, right? Yeah, let's talk. On Monday, boy, we have the 10 of Cups and the Page of Swords. Okay, 10 of Cups, right? This is this lovely energy of look what we have accomplished. Our goals have been met. Our hearts are full. Our lives are full of contentment and satisfaction and bliss. Page of Swords, I have pursued my ideas, right? Absolutely. Now here's the deal. We talked about the realities between contraction and expansion, right? And allowing your expression to be in accordance with your new story. We also talked about perhaps a little bit of recklessness or impulsivity. Absolutely. Just keep your eyes on the prize, right, Violet? Keep your eyes on the prize. And your doorknob, your hand on that doorknob of serendipity, and allow something equal or better to come in and shock you, right? Beautiful. Beautiful. On Tuesday, the 28th, we've got the Hierophant and we've got the 8 of Wands. We got the 8 of Wands a couple times. We got the 6 of Pentacles a couple times. I kind of like it. So the Hierophant is that energy that is about routine. It's about what you have inherited. It's about the things in your life that you accept without self-examining, right? This is how we do a thing because we've always done it this way, right? Not necessarily. The Eight of Wands is motion. The Eight of Wands is forward motion based on passion or inspiration. And so you may find that you need to examine, right? We talked about this as minding your perceptions and being aware of all the places that you want to fold in on yourself and self-protect. And instead remind yourself that you are safe, right? Your heart is not pulled to things because they're not safe for you, because they're not good for you. Your heart is pulled to that which is requiring your exploration. So don't be fearless. Remember, the Hierophant is all about knowing that you have the keys to explore safely all of those things that you have accepted as fact. Someone else's truth is never necessarily your own. Find yours, right? On Wednesday, we got the Five of Swords and the King of Wands. Interesting pairing, right? The Five of Swords is the way that we stand on our ideas and beliefs, right? Swords are all about ideas, thoughts, concepts, and the Five of Swords is about I'm going to be willing to die on this hill, even if I lose everything in the bargain, right? And King of Wands, this is, again, a card of passion, a card of really having your heart and soul in your game. So we talked about this as a day of inner peace, outer turmoil, right? Outer peace, inner turmoil. And perhaps being caught up in that spectrum and always really coming back to that sense of home, and understanding that's always going to be internal, right? It's never going to be external. It doesn't matter what another human being thinks. It matters what you know to be true for you. What's in alignment for you is always going to be more important than ever standing on ceremony for someone else. So just be mindful of where you are, right? That is the key. What is happening in your outer world only affects you if you engage, right? So engage judiciously if that's what you'd like to do. Thursday, we have the Six of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is the minor justice card, right? So this is about balance. It's about generosity. It's about understanding that you have enough, and you trust your sourcing, that you can freely and compassionately give to another. Page of Pentacles is about energy coming in that gives you perhaps new opportunities or new awarenesses of how to do that, where to do that, why to do that, right? So we talked about this as letting go of your insistence on being right? We talked about this in that Five of Swords card from Wednesday. But definitely being aware of the long-term implications of your refusal to compromise, right? What is your vision? What is your long-term goal? And really being aware that if your actions aren't aligned with that, right? If you're not opening your hands to give, you do not have an open hand to receive. If you're not open to these new awarenesses, things cannot come in. So we talked about this as well as being a day of releasing those old unexamined loyalties, those old habits or relationships, and understanding that right here in this moment, right, you are the balance. You're neither the giver nor the receiver. You're simply the channel for both. That could be your whole opportunity to understand, shift, and change your perspective. It's never about what you're giving. It's never about what you're receiving. It's simply about your willingness to do either, right? This is a beautiful theme that we witnessed throughout this week. On Friday, Again, we see the Eight of Wands. We also see the Queen of Cups, right? Queen of Cups, again, this is that lovely energy of being embodied as satisfied, as content, as blissful, and really having the motion of your heart behind you. We also talked about how balance is about perception and having that head and heart in fire and the get shit done in water. Well, here's the deal. Love driven, heart created, passion inspired. Yes, yes, and yes, right? I don't even feel a need to explain that one. It's right there. On Saturday, April 1st. Okay, so we're going to loop right back in here to this. What is your vision? What is your true goal? And how are you creating it, right? So we talked about this as being a day full of drama and history and stagnation and indulgence and illusions. How are you balancing those out? Well, here's the deal. Drama has to be accepted. Stagnation has to be accepted. Indulgence has to be accepted. Illusions have to be accepted, right? Your history has to be accepted. Otherwise, it's not yours. If you're going to clean house, having the Queen of Swords in your pocket is absolutely the day to help confront your bullshit and any bullshit that you have allowed. Do not look away, right? Focus here and now. Focus on that creation of the home you want, right? We said no fooling. We said we're cleaning house. Well, the Queen of Swords, she brings her sword of truth wherever she goes. And the Queen of Swords, she's never about fooling. So balance is the key, and confronting your own bullshit and being willing to look it in the eye. Yes, because what you see is what you can deal with. What you hear is what you can manage. What you're willing to do is what you're willing to create. On Sunday, the 2nd of April, we have, again, like I said, we're bookending this week with 10s, which is lovely. 10s are integration energy. 10s are, yes, I confronted this lesson, I have learned it, and I am putting it into action, right? Because it's one thing to say, I know, I learned that, yes, I understand, but it's another thing to create in that lesson's energies, right? And that's what the 10 of Pentacles allows you to do, to create in your legacy, right? So this is go, 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 do, do, do. Your heart is in it to win it. This is about getting shit done and not wasting your sense of motivation, right? Knight of Wands wants to run off recklessly, but we're going to definitely put those long-term plans into action, and we're going to stay on task, right? That 10 of Pentacles pulls that Knight of energy, or that Knight of Wands energy right in and says, yeah, we're going to put this to work, which is a beautiful thing. Keep breathing. Yes, please. Yes. Yeah, none of these lessons are easy. None of these experiences are simple to process, right? You have to stay in it. You have to keep your eyes wide open, and you have to keep your breath moving, right? That's what allows you to stay in the moment. I mean, consider that every single moment, every single breath you have is a reset button, because without that breath, you wouldn't be here. So it's a testament to your reaffirmation. Here I am, here I am, here I am. Okay, we have 2 cards that came out today. The Rainbow and the Middle World. We're going to read them both because, I mean, they both showed up for a reason. So we will do it, right? Here we go. The Middle World. First of all, this is glorious. Look at that. So beautiful. Okay. The essence of the middle world is the realm of day-to-day reality and the playground of the living. It is the present moment, where everything is happening. Yet the middle world is created by the future, not only the past, and it is the mirror of the invisible realms. When things are right in the middle world, heaven and earth support everything. When they are not right, heaven and earth must be brought into order as well. Well, no kidding. Do not try to correct in the earth what needs to be corrected in the heavens, right? You can run around all day, but if you're not right with your business, what you're going to magnetize to you is not going to create what you're interested in, what you prefer, right? Yeah. The resources to support the change or endeavor you are considering are not readily available, so it's important to ask for help from the invisible realms, from helpers in the upper world. For now, wait, right? So we're working on this long game preparation. Let's see what the rainbow has to say. Again, this is a beautiful card. Look at that. Look at that. It's gorgeous. Yeah, it is. Okay. The rainbow symbolizes the 7 steps of a true spiritual path, which manifest as the colors of the 7 chakras. Nice. In the Himalayas, the rainbow body is seen as the full realization of our essence, right? The rainbow also represents the bridge between the physical and spiritual worlds. At the end of our lives, we can journey across the rainbow bridge to the highest heavenly realms. When the rainbow appears, it is an affirmation that all is well and that you are in right relationship with spirit, right? Again, we are always talking about alignment, 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 right? This is our theme of the week. What are you creating? What are you willing to let go of? Are you willing to say, I don't care, that idea is no longer important to me. I'm willing to let it go and know that something will come in. I'm willing, right, to allow my heart to be my true north, my compass, my marker, the way shower for me. And I'm willing to get rid of anything that does not support it, right? I'm going to clean my proverbial house as well as my real house so that I can create in my heart. The story is here, people. At any rate, we have a full Libra moon next week. So balance, balance, balance. And balance, again, is all about perception. So what we're trying to do is create the capacity in your perception to adjust your capabilities, to adjust your potential for alignment and learning. So stay in it, guys, because we are all in it to win it, whether you know that or not. Big blessings. Take care.